Hey everybody, thanks for checking in. This is Mr. Hoig with the Inspirational Video of the Day. Please forward to share this with anyone you'd like to, and keep staying positive and making yourself a little bit better every day. Today my guest speaker is my friend Trevor Miller. Trevor is a baseball coach, science teacher, and robotics teacher at East High School in Sioux City. He's a tremendous coach and teacher, but more importantly, at least to me, he's a great friend, and he has a great lesson for us today. I was happy that he was able to make a little video for me. And his main lesson kind of hit home when he said it, which is to say yes to opportunity, and especially to friends. And, in this time, I think back to, all the times when me and my wife have said, oh, we should hang out with Trevor and Wendy. And then, we just think, oh, we'll do it another time. We'll have time. And now here we are in a situation where we're kind of quarantined and people aren't hanging out at all. And we've missed out on a lot of opportunities. And so he's got a great lesson. I think if there's one thing that will change after this time, it will be, I think people will say yes to opportunities with friends and family way more often. So this is an awesome little lesson from my good friend, Trevor Miller.
Hey guys, my name's Trevor Miller and I'm a baseball coach down at Sioux City East High School. I'm here for a little daily inspiration with Mr. Hoig. One thing that I've come across as a coach and an educator is that sometimes students and athletes struggle to know what it looks like to be a good teammate or be a good student or a good person. And so I have a strategy for you to hopefully help you achieve that. It all hinges on my best friend, Tony. He was the best man at my wedding. He is the godfather to my oldest son. He is known as Uncle Tony to all three of my kids, and he's a really, really important piece of my family, okay? But once upon a time, somebody asked me, how did you guys get so close? And I started to think about it, and I didn't know. I couldn't verbalize it. I couldn't explain what had happened. And so I started to reflect and think, and, I asked him to hang out, and I asked him if he wanted to go get food, and I asked him if he wanted to go to a friend's house with me. I asked him if he wanted to help move my couches or my furniture, and I started to realize he never said no. And so that's where I realized Tony is a yes man. And if you don't know what a yes man is, back in 2008, there was a movie called Yes Man starring Jim Carrey. It was a comedy and it was very funny, but the whole movie is about how Jim Carrey has to say yes to everything, no matter what it is. Okay? And so one example from the movie is a homeless guy asks him for a ride. And he doesn't want to do it, but he says yes. And so he gives him a ride. His car runs out of gas in the middle of nowhere. And so now he's all upset that his car ran out of gas. He's stuck in the middle of nowhere. Now he has to walk to go get gas. On his walk, he meets a girl. And he ends up, throughout the movie, falling in love with this girl. And so it talks about the opportunity that was presented because he gave this homeless guy a ride when normally he would not have, okay? And so now think about this. When your friends ask you to hang out, or they ask you for a ride, or they ask you to help move something, or a teammate asks you to throw BP, take extra reps, rebound for them while they shoot, maybe you run routes on the football field, maybe they need help with their homework, even though you know how to do it. Maybe your parents ask you if you'll hang out with them for a night, if you'll hang out with your siblings. Maybe they ask for help with chores, or they ask you to help babysit a younger sibling. Even though you might rather be doing something else, just say yes and see what happens. It may seem hard or it may seem boring and you got other stuff you'd rather be doing, but it's going to create opportunities that you wouldn't have otherwise had. You know who else is a yes man? Mr. Hoig. He is definitely a yes man. I don't know if I've ever heard that man say no to anything, especially when it's helping out a friend, a family member, or one of his players. So, to conclude, just try it. Just be a yes man. Thanks for having me, guys.